So today, on a cloudy old day, we just had a bit of rain, we find ourselves at the Paronella Park with our little caravan and car. It's very sloshy underfoot, but we'll be right. This is your part of your entry.
Yeah.
You get a free night here in the caravan park. It's a powered site. Beautiful new amenity blocks and camp kitchen, and there's a pub just there. Great setup they got here.
Got everything you need.
Everything you need. What is it, 300 or 400 metres? Then you got the suspension bridge down here over the waterfalls that take you into the Paronella Park itself. And these are the Mina Creek Falls. So there's the suspension bridge we've got to walk across. And yeah. So this man, he bought this place cheap because it was crappy farmland back in the day. Because it was all hilly and that. And he set up himself the first hydroelectric thing back in like 1930. And he was the only one in the area with electricity, so he used to sell ice cream and like ice and that sort of stuff. People just come for miles for it. So he was, yeah, really interesting guy who built this place. So yeah, so be sure to check it out. Yeah. It's not as wobbly. Oh, it is wobblier than that thing we went on in WA. Holy. Yeah. So, and then yeah, this guy built himself an old castle, and there's a picnic area here and everything. That was his diving platform. This was a pool, and he used to kill any crocodiles that came here, but nowadays crocodiles are protected, so they, yeah, no one's allowed to swim in here anymore because the crocodiles will nail you. And here's the museum. It's all family photos. Teresa, their daughter, so Jose and Margarita built the place, and then their daughter Teresa came back here years later after the family had sold out of it.
That's the son of his wife. That's not Margarita. I thought that.
No, that's Jose and Margarita. That's the son. That's the daughter. Yeah, that's cool. And they had an old movie cinema here, so it's quite an interesting place. Definitely come check it out. And this is the picnic area down at the waterfall where we'll go to a bit later on. It's all kind of overgrown and dilapidated now, but yeah, it's this guy here. He used to pay to come here, and it's all these cool buildings he built back in the day, and he was only alive here for like 12 years or something. Very hard working man. First he built this house, and then he went back to Barcelona or whatever the country, Catalina, and picked up his new wife and built this. So this was their first family home, and then this is the in behind here is the ruins of the ballroom slash theatre. This had a timber floor and cool big mirror ball thing. Apparently this mirror ball cost 5 times more than he paid for the whole place, but it was like this really cool thing that they had to have, and it used to draw a big crowd. And this is what's left of his cafe, all built out of concrete, and all those swirl marks you see, he wanted that Spanish style here in Queensland. They're done with his own fingers. All the white bits are actually being rebuilt by a guy called Jeffrey to try and keep the place going. But it's all heritage listed, so it's all being done nicely. Yeah. Yeah, so the old cafe. Yeah, this cool castle thing going on. The man definitely had some vision, and considering this was the 1930s and 40s. And then we went around to the waterfall, and that's that suspension bridge we were just walking across, and that's Mina Creek. Concerned about descending the stairs, please ask the park staff and they'll get a car to come and pick you up. So this is called the grand staircase. Now old mate had to get every bucket of sand and gravel from the creek and walk them up these stairs, and think about how much concrete's here. That's mind blowing. And here's the view from the bottom of the grand staircase. Wave, darling. Yeah, she can't hear me, that waterfall's so loud. And then this is that picnic area I showed you a photo of just before. It's all, funnily enough, it looks like it's hundreds and hundreds of years old, but it's not. It's only like 100 years old, 80, 100 years old. Yeah, because we're up here in the tropics in North Queensland, the moss just grows over everything so quickly. And there's fish here to feed, man. They're everywhere. There's in the water there. They give you fish food and you chuck it at them, and they go nuts for it. So this is the lower refreshments room. Oh, Jose, we're just near the picnic area there. And old Jose is pretty clever. People used to come and pay a couple of bob to camp at his picnic area and hang out at his picnic area. So of course they needed somewhere to come and have lunch. So his wife used to get down in here and cook up and sell everyone lunch. Yeah, he was a bit of an entrepreneur.
No uniforms?
No, the rule was, during the war, the rule was that you couldn't wear any military uniforms if you came here for a swim sort of thing for the day. They're trying to make it a peaceful place. But people, of course, didn't have swimmers and stuff, so he'd rent them to him. He was a real capitalist. And then, of course, no one wanted to change into their rented bathing costumes out in the middle of nowhere, so he had change rooms built, which you could get changed in for a little fee. It was definitely fitting into Australia, the land of the fee. But yeah, no, this is incredible, the stuff he built. Then after Jose died, his son had this fountain built, and that hasn't actually got a pump. What he's done is he pipes it from above the waterfall, like from higher area, so it's gravity fed, so this fountain never stops. And this was the toilet block he built, and funnily enough, the toilets were free, which was quite cool. Yeah, the guy Bill who does the tour here is a little Belgian fellow. He's hilarious the way he just tells the stories about this place. Yeah. Now Jose planted these trees in this thing like this. These are native to North Queensland. They take 300 years to grow, so these ones are only 80 years old. So he actually planted them knowing full well that he'd never see them in all their glory. Now this was his tennis courts. That's all gone nowadays because this all fell to ruin, and someone in the 90s came and bought it. They've had it for 30 years just last year or something, and started putting it all back together and made it into a park for tourists and that. But yeah, so this is the back side of the lower cafe, and that little building over there to the right was where Margarita used to make the food. That was the kitchen. People would be able to come and sit in there and have their cafe lunch. But he actually set it up so where you look through this building, you're looking at his waterfall. So, beautiful place. Like North Queensland's stunning. I couldn't live here. It's way too muggy and hot for me, but yeah, lovely and green. Just beautiful. This was the concrete roller he built, and took 3 blokes to push it around so he could level this area out to make his tennis court. Like back in the day, no bulldozers, all out, clearing all this full tropical scrub to build this would have been mind-blowingly hard work. Yeah, those guys, man, they did it tough. Yeah, so Leonie and I haven't even got the patience to wait for a tree to grow 6 months before we're like, well, this tree sucks, let's rip it out and plant something else. So yeah, these things take 300 years to grow, and old mate knew he'd never ever see them like this, but he still planted them anyway. What a legend. That's some patience. Yes, these are the curry trees. Yeah, they're very tall. Apparently they'll grow like 5 times higher than they are now. And then you turn around and straight back, and you're looking straight at his waterfall. He was very proud of his waterfall. And then old Jose, he was digging out the side of this hill here to get some clay to mix up whatever he was mixing up, concrete and whatnot. He ended up building a tunnel that pokes out the other side. Can't really see. Oh yeah, there you go, so it's right. And people used to walk, oh, it stinks like bats. And there's bats in there now, but yeah, people used to walk through here. He has it all lit up, because of course he had endless electricity, and it runs through to Teresa Falls, which is actually a waterfall that he made for himself in honour of his daughter. So this is the other end of the tunnel, and this is the small waterfall that Jose actually built to, this is Teresa Fall in honour of his daughter. And then we'll actually be back tonight. They've got it lit up right now, which is cool because it's very dark because it's raining and crappy. But we'll be back tonight to see a place to have it all lit up and another tour, which is cool. Got to get the spunky girl with the Instagram pose. Freaky bamboo forest. I'm guessing he planted it. He must have used it for bamboo or something because it's definitely not native to here. And that takes you down another staircase and back up towards the other place, the other stairs. And this they claim is the best vantage point of the waterfall, the best lookout of it, which is pretty bloody cool. It's a fantastic waterfall. And the picnic area, and the cafe with the change rooms. So we've kind of made our way around. What is this place? $57 each for the day. And that includes a powered caravan site. And then once you're here, you can spend as much or as little as you want. We've spent nothing. We had lunch in the Caravan. We'll have dinner in the Caravan. They've got a cafe. But yeah, no, it's a great value place. And as you can imagine, here in North Queensland, they've had some gnarly floods and cyclones. And you can see on these stairs, green markers telling you different flood events over the years. So, like the different flood levels, which would have been pretty hectic. Alright, and back in the ballroom, because we just ditched it before because there were some other tourists in here. So this actually had a roof and a timber floor and everything, and of course, they had a big fire here in the 70s. That top window was where the projector was, because here on the stage they had movies and bands playing and whatnot. And apparently they could fit 300 people in here, which is kind of crazy. And in the summertime, as you can imagine, here in North Queensland, would have got stinking hot. So that bottom window there, old Margarita, Jose's wife, used to sell ice creams because they could make ice with their endless electricity. And yeah, so they'd squeeze everyone in here, make them wear three-piece suits, stinking hot, and of course they'd have to go and buy ice creams off him. So this wall here got caved in when a tree fell over years ago. But, yeah, the jungle definitely swallows everything back up eventually. And then I just can't help but wonder that if we tried to build something like this nowadays, hey, we've just bought a whole heap of rainforest, we want to cut a bit of it out and build all these cool funky buildings and stuff like that. Imagine how many politicians and that you'd have to bribe to get that through councils and environmental lobbies and stuff. Yeah, it certainly was different times. And now we're at the night tour. So there's in the ballroom with the mirror ball lit up at night. They bring you around here in the dark for a bit of a tour of the place all lit up. And it's all included in that same day fare, which is quite cool. There's the waterfall all lit up at night. Yeah. Very nice. And this is down from the picnic area. You see, you probably can't see them. Little tables down here, yeah. Cool that they light it up at night, that looks amazing. They give you a nice little night show with lights and that. They light the place all up and turn some music on and stuff. And you can still see the waterfall through the building. And here's the fountain all lit up. And the old haunted house. Not the cafe. It does look like a haunted house at night, but it's very cool. And yeah, shame it's a bit rainy, but there we go. I'll go over and talk to the top commentator. How was it, darling? Are you glad you came to Paronella Park?
Really worth coming.
Really worth coming? That's as much as I'm getting out of you this video, and you suck. And then through there you can see the waterfall. This place looks excellent, all lit up. Yeah. And the old mossy staircase. No, well worth a visit. It is like a haunted house. And the best part about this place, once you pay entry, it's not like they're trying to stitch you up all the time. Like most places you go to in Australia. Oh, you want to go into the night tour? Well, that'll be extra. Oh, you want to go and look at this creek? That'll be extra. Oh, you want to go on a boat? That'll be extra. Like, they just know this is like you pay your, and that's it. It's, it doesn't feel like a big rip-off like most of these places do. This wishing well was at the entrance of the main cafe thing. And old Jose, being the crafty little capitalist, the deal was you'd face away, throw your money over your shoulder. If it landed in the top part of the fountain, you got good luck. If it landed in the bottom, you got bad luck. Because the trick was, if you got bad luck, you have to get another coin out and chuck it and hopefully get it in the top. He was a crafty little capitalist. Love his work. And all these mossy green arm rails, they look excellent at night. And then we walk across the suspension bridge. Probably won't be able to hear me, but this is Jose's hydro system that he built above the waterfall. Stop rocking the bridge, you crazy woman. Yeah, so okay, and that's that for Paronella for us for tonight. Then we wander back to our campground. There's our little caravan. And camp kitchen also. Well lit. Beautiful little spot though. That's a really good setup. Definitely recommend coming out here to Paronella Park and checking it out.